Hello and welcome to Exposure Therapy. I'm Ryan and we're at Leslie Gulch. Gulch. It's like Big Gulch. I don't know. Weird name, and everything around here is called Gulch. Any little crevice. So this is Southeast Oregon. It is in the middle of nowhere. And it's been a long drive to get here. I am already sunburnt and I haven't found a tick yet, but there's always time. As you can see, the sign, Leslie, aka Hiram Leslie, was killed by lightning here in the 1800s, so that's kind of worrisome actually. I'm terrified of lightning.
Before arriving at Leslie Gulch, I spent the sunrise at another location close by, Sucker Creek State Park. My goal here was to find spring wildflowers amongst the sagebrush and grasslands.
Just keeps getting more and more epic the further down the road you get. It starts out pretty unremarkable, and then it starts getting great, and then all of a sudden it's like you're in dinosaur land, and there's so many little spots you see and you think, oh my god, look at that, and it's easy to get overwhelmed, and it's really hard actually. I've been here once before last year just for a day, and it's really hard to make what you see driving down this dirt gravel road a picture that really showcases like how awe-inspiring it is. But what I've been doing is just driving down and looking for flowers or any sort of object that stands out that I can try and frame. When I look at pictures online, most of it is just like the road and everything, and I'm not much for having roads in my pictures. I think it's kind of shitty. I mean, it's easy. It's a leading line right there for you to use, but I'm not a fan of roads, so I guess that's my problem. It's really wild when you realize those two big guys are actually on the same side. It looks like that's on an opposite hill, but that's the same hill. It's just the way the road curves. But when you take a photo and it's just like this, they don't really seem that big. Like, look at my car compared to that. It's a monster. So if you have an extra person, you can probably use that as a reference, exactly how big they are. There's some sunflowers over there I might go up to and just to see if I can get anything with them. So let's try and do that. There's lots of rattlesnakes here too, so you have to worry about that. Wood ticks. So this is kind of nice. There's this gnarled sagebrush here. Actually, a better shot in landscape format.
I wasn't able to find a good composition at this spot, but I also didn't get any wood ticks either.
There's a bee trapped inside. Get out. This is called Juniper Gulch, yet another gulch, but I actually haven't been in here yet. But if there's some junipers, that's gonna be cool. I like a nice juniper. Here's some birds. I heard a canyon wren, Zuli bunting, Cassin's finch, western tanager. There's the Townsend's black-throated gray warbler. Yeah, not bad if you're into birds. Oh, you can really smell that juniper too. So once we're up at top, there's a lot happening. Just trying to make sense of it. I have this juniper, and this looks good. These clouds that are coming in are big puffers. That might turn into a thunderstorm. Just something I don't really want to think about. Nothing stands out. So I've moved on down the road and I found a lot of sunflowers that are still pretty nice. A lot of them burn out pretty quickly, but because of the side of the hill that this is facing doesn't get as much sun. You can tell like this whole side is covered and that is already burnt out, dead. There's not like great backdrop here, so I've got this big guy, and then I did a focus stack on these all the way up at 13, so I don't have to do too many shots. The wind isn't so bad, so it's not moving. You can kind of wait, but we'll see. I'm terrible at focus stacking flowers, so what I would suggest and what I do is I do focus stack ones, and then I do one where I can get everything in focus, just move further away, just so at least you have at least one.
With sunset finished, it was time for astrophotography. I had actually been planning this shot for over a year. When I first camped here, I noticed an interesting rock formation that would make a great Milky Way photo. Using the photographer's ephemeris, I pinpointed the exact time the Milky Way would rise above this formation. You can see here it is between 2 and 3:30 in the morning. So I set up the shot during blue hour and then went to bed and woke up at 2 in the morning to take the Milky Way shots. So at 2 in the morning, I put on my headlamp, avoided stepping on any snakes to get to my camera. You can see here my blue hour shot, and then the Milky Way shot, and finally the combination of both shots into the final image. And that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and or subscribe and or have a wonderful day.